Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Let's Play Aotearoa, or the Māori in Victoria 3. A Let's Play series where I, Kettle Plays, am looking for new ways to engage and pander to my audience. Today we will try to do a Let's Say Hello in the languages of the top 3 countries from which my viewership comes from. Hi. Hi. Ahoy hoy. Here you go. I hope the pandering was up to your standards now. Of course, you might say Kettle Plays, but shouldn't you rather focus on improving the quality of the Let's Plays, or perhaps spending some money on English lessons? And to that I say, you don't get it, do you? You just don't really get it. But do you know who really gets the right to vote? It's the women of New Zealand. So a comment mentioned recently that New Zealand was the first country in the world to grant full voting rights to women. And that is quite impressive, but I don't like the way that we frame it as grant the right to vote. As a matter of fact, the women's suffragette movement in New Zealand was campaigning for about a couple of decades, and in the end, they had a petition with 32,000 signatures, 1/4 of adult European female population of New Zealand, given to the Legislative Council. And then their hand was forced and they had to give women the right to vote. So I wouldn't say it's granted, I would say it was won over in fair fight, because of course men will write the history later that, oh yeah, we just thought that it would be cool and progressive, but that's not what happened. Anyway, a little bit of history, let's go back into the game. So we almost have the proportional taxation passed, and philanthropy is happening. The upper strata have decided to donate generously to the poor. Many among them even advocate for the proportional taxation law, agreeing that it would be a fair means of redistributing wealth. Oh, I don't know about that. Feels like they're being a little bit self-serving, because I think that's how they got rich in the first place. So this would improve the enactment success chance by 10% and give a higher standard of living for the lower strata, which we desperately need, as a matter of fact. So let's encourage charitable giving. And now that we're speaking about charitable giving and all that, let's see. So we need more cheap goods for the lower strata, since we don't make them ourselves. And the Russian market is not particularly good at importing them either. So I'm thinking that we should have more government administration buildings here. And perhaps we should prioritize construction sectors and government administration. And once we have those, we can start thinking about expanding our factories and making sure that we have enough for the lower strata. Apparently, by joining Russian market, we became a little bit more like Russia ourselves. Devout scandal. It has been revealed that Aotearoa of the Anglican Church is having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. His resignation is being demanded. Okay, I'm not going to weaponize homophobia. And Anglican Church is weak as it is, so it doesn't really matter that much. We're having a little bit of a minus here. There's some unrealized taxes, and I assume that the investment pool is not helping us that much right now. So let's be a little bit slower at building stuff and maybe lower the government salaries. I don't want to get too far in the red right now. And I wonder how our lead mines are going. They're doing very well, actually. So as soon as the prices drop, our glass works should do much better. I think we have built a government administration building which lets us import more goods. How come we don't have enough grain here? That's my question. So let's establish an import route. Crooked connections. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding proportional taxation, Tawayo Te Ferofero of Petite Bourgeoisie has approached us with an offer to expedite the process, utilizing his personal connections within the state apparatus. Do they want this to happen? They want per capita taxation. They don't want proportional taxation. So why is he helping us? Campaign financing. Parties, particularly the Conservative Party, are struggling to raise enough funds for all of their campaigning needs this election. Oh no, that's terrible, Conservative Party. What are you gonna do? The election results are coming in, and the Social Democratic Party has got 57% of the vote, Conservative Party only 40%, and then Free Trade Party 2%. Can we get rid of the rural folk? Yes, I think that we need to start thinking about the market access in these regions. So we already have a cargo port here, so let's expand this port. Oh, we just need to switch the cargo port here. Fiji also, we just need to switch quickly to the cargo port. And Queensland, we're building one more. Yeah, I already checked that. Northern Territory also needs a cargo port, and that should be it. We're making a little bit more money just because we fixed that issue with low market access. And that's why, look at that, I don't think we had that much profit before. And it seems like the investment pool has grown enough that we can start building stuff faster. And yeah, let's see, where can we build some industry, some glassworks. I think glassworks are the future. South Island, Fiji, Kanag, Bougainville, and Solomon Island. So let's go there. Ooh, the industry is here as well. We can lower the taxes. We have quite a few radicals, and having less radicals would be cool. Okay, let's think about what can we do about Tasmania. I don't like it being so independent right next to me, but I don't want to conquer it, so I'm just going to try and make it my vassal. As soon as it reaches 100% mobilization, I'm just going to send him off to the front. How are we feeling about this war? They're worried. I like that. The Dream. A story has been making the rounds about a miner who struck it rich and became the wealthiest man in his town. People in New South Wales have beginning to live beyond their means, convinced they all become rich enough. All that is gold does not glitter. Okay, yeah, let's be careful about that. I don't think it's gonna last. Like, as soon as the gold goes away, then there's gonna be some reductions. Popular playwright endorses reform, the classic event in the midst of debates surrounding proportional taxation. One of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the armed forces, has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. Now, I do wonder what that play would look like about taxation. Big hit with the accountant. Right, let's increase the chances of passing it. Probably the war is gonna happen, but I'm happy that, oh look, I can even sway Russia. I don't think they're gonna join. That is brilliant. So Tasmania backed down in our diplomatic play, yielding the primary war goal to us, and that paints Australia into Maori blue. But here's my quote. What is that? Why is the flag a Russian Republic flag here in the corner? What's that? Russia, how do you do that? The duel. Rangekaho Fanga has challenged Serata Ferrofero to a duel to the death. A weapon of your choice. Whatever. Yeah, I don't want them dying, so I'm just gonna say we should ban dueling. All of our leaders. So, of course, Tia Julia Ferrofero is our fearless president. A disliked pacifist. Why is she disliked? Because she's cruel. How do you win elections when you're disliked and cruel? That is the miracle of the Maori democracy. Of course, Henry Hiscock is holding, you know, the intelligentsia together. He's pious somehow, and he has kidney stones. I guess that's why he's holding his hands there. We have proportional taxation now, which increases our revenue by some amount. We'll see soon how much of an improvement that is. Boom. Oh, whoa. Quite an increase. Let's expand the construction sector. Where do we have the most peasants? Nice to see that our standard of living is growing. Perhaps we can establish a new trade route for grain. Yes, we can. But yeah, since we have a surplus of bureaucracy, we can just import more stuff. Of course, that also means we can improve our institutions. So I'm really happy to improve our health system. Large numbers of Polish people have begun migrating to our state of New South Wales and its surrounding states. So, dzień dobry. Okay, let's increase the government administration building here. And maybe those Poles, they know how to read and write, and so they can work. We need literate Poles. Please come. Every second person knows how to read and write here. So, and I consider that to be my own personal feeling. Okay, so somebody already wants to restore per capita taxation, repeal Obamacare. We can restrict child labor. We have low market access at New South Wales. We should build a railway here and maybe expand the port as well. Deal with that. What else? South Island is again experiencing low market access. So let's expand the port here. Hawaii back down. No. What happened? Oh, look at that. Our Polynesian brothers have lost a port. And finally, the restricted child labor law has passed. Still, dependents have some income, and they're still... Okay, we need to put all of this in context, right? Because if we have child labor allowed, then dependents, such as children, they make more money, but they also are more likely to die. But if we restrict it, they're less likely to die. They make less money, but we can invest more in the education institution. Federate Australia is now available to me. Because somehow, even though I'm a protectorate under the Netherlands... Wait, Is a protectorate of Russia, and we're protectorate of the Netherlands. So Russia has Netherlands as the protectorate, and then we're the protectorate of the Netherlands. And that's why Tasmania in the end has this flag. Let's begin improving relations with Russia. We can then, at some point, if we want to, we can simply federate Tasmania. So the education institution has been improved, and we could actually go further than that, but we need a little bit more government institutions. So as soon as we can, we're going to build it. But before that, we're going to expand our industries appropriately. It's not quite profitable, but it is profitable enough that we could just build more wheat farms, I guess. That's a quick way of making a buck. And yes, finally we have unlocked human rights. Embracing the idea of universal, inalienable rights for all people invites new concepts into the nation's social and political venues. What a cool invention, huh? I like that these ideas that are like kind of natural are somehow inventions. I think that's kind of a limitation of the game, but yeah, the society research contains such gems like political agitation and central planning, as if that's something you need to invent. Like, come on, these are concepts, they evolve through time, yes, but they are not inventions. It's like, what else can I invent in the society tab? Peeing while standing? Feminism. I need to invent that. The idea that women are equal to men. We need our best minds at it. Now, I get what the game is going at, of course, but it's such a weird concept that these things are inventions. But okay. I think it would be more fun if it would go differently. Like, for example, if women somehow manage to get more educated, then they will start pushing the idea of feminism. And that's when it becomes like a thing. Instead of like it being invented by science. Is that what's happening? Is that scientists are like in a lab and they're like mixing different chemicals and then you get feminism out of nowhere? I don't know. But yeah, let's build some grain farms anyway. Wheat farms, yes. Or rice farms even. And that should improve the standard of living. Because right now we're not doing great when it comes to the standard of living. And that's particularly because we don't have access to more grain. Looks like we can lower the taxes for now. Just to lower the radicalism, which has grown since. I don't know why. Oh, it's because we passed some laws that they don't like. Dedicated police force is now getting a lot of support. Who wants that? I mean, yeah, I guess there's no police law that any of the progressive movements want to have. Can we invite armed forces into the government? It's still a righteous government, so let's do it. And then we can just have a dedicated police force, I suppose. And we have reached 20 million in GDP, which puts us as number 15 in the world and number 13 as in terms of GDP per capita. Yeah, we have built a lot of rice farms, which should increase the standard of living for the lower strata. But we need a lot more than that to improve the situation there. And that's because we're kind of victims of the Russian market. Okay, and here we go. We have a dedicated police force. +2 max law enforcement institution investment enables the law enforcement institution. Also, -5% radicals from standard of living decreases and -15 state penalties from turmoil. So we don't need to worry about turmoil that much no more. The Brave Engineer, a railroad accident in New South Wales, only narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer who perished in the crash. Only a few people died, but the wreckage will still take some time to clear. Where are we going to lose that infrastructure? That's my question. Yeah, I don't want to lose it. It's gonna happen either way. So it's whether or not we want to have interest group approval and interest group political strength for the trade unions, which we do. Let's see, maybe we can start exporting something. No, not this. Meat to the Prussian market. Why not? Iron to the Egyptian market. Yes, sir. And we can export cannons to Qing and Ottoman Empire. Our traders are going to start making some money. And yeah, income tax is making us a lot. But minting is still a huge part of our income. So as our GDP increases, so does the income from minting. And I suppose one of the things we want to be perpetually expanding is our government institutions, which are all in Victoria. Luckily, still has a lot of peasants here and glassworks too. Lots of expansion in Victoria. That's going to happen soon. Afro-American migration. Large numbers of African-American people have started migrating to the state of Victoria and its surrounding states. So yes, we're going to have even more peasants here. The new thing, is that what everybody's doing? They're hiding their faces behind these, what do you call them? Ventilators? Is that what it is? Is that what you call them? So the largest group are still Maori. And that's, I think, it's because everybody's assimilating into Maori. And then it's Melanesian and Dutch. What? What do you mean Dutch? Oh, and Polish here. Maori, Australian. Lots of Poles in Tasmania. Cześć. Right, well now, finally we have way more loyalists than we have radicals. Radicalism is slightly on decline. Loyalism is going up and up and up. And I think that's because with a lot of people are getting new jobs and all that. But still, lower strata are quite impoverished, which is not something we want to have. And that's because we lack the goods for the lower strata to consume. So we need to improve there a lot. And that's what we're doing by building all of these farms here. Yeah, let's continue looking over our leaders. So Tiahuia Ferofero, we have visited her already. And Te Aotearoa, who's a loyal leader of the intelligentsia. He is bigoted. How does that work? Is that why he's minus 25? Does that give you minus 25? It doesn't. Ah, here. It's the first line. Okay, so yeah, Te Ata, he's the bigoted intelligentsia leader. So good job, intelligentsia. Great leader you have there. Te Ata e Ngapora is a nihilist, a trade unionist, romantic firebrand. Yeah, he makes a lot more sense, and he's actually popular because he's firebrand. What about the armed forces? We have Te Rata Ferofero from the Ferofero family. That's kind of like running the country at this point. And he's not cruel. He's instead persistent. So that's a nice break with the rest of his family. Bearing in mind that Tiahuia Ferofero is a cruel pacifist. Now, rural folk, they're arrogant. But the leader is loved. Even though he's arrogant. Because he's a demagogue. Of course. He's not bigoted at least. So that's good. Petite bourgeoisie are led by Matutaera Atarangikaho, and he's a brave cocaine addict. It's quite popular. But yeah, I think the only interesting guy is the leader of the trade unions because he's a nihilist. And this leader disavows organized religion, viewing it as a form of authoritarian suppression. Tiahuia Ferofero intends to travel across New South Wales by train to campaign for the Free Trade Party. Ah, yeah, that's her party. Are you not going to be president next time? Wait, is she still the president? No, it's actually Te Ata Ngapora, our nihilist. Okay, so Tiahuia Ferofero wants to become the president once again, and that's what she's gonna do. Sure, she gets to do what she wants. It's kind of boring when it's only one party winning the elections anyway. So I suppose that we, at this point, do we have any isolated regions? No. Market access is okay so far, but we do have a bit of a bureaucratic shortfall, so we're gonna have to resolve that very quickly because it reduces our tax income by a lot. If we need to incorporate any other states, which we haven't yet, for this one, for example, and for that we will need to expand the bureaucratic apparatus. And yeah, let's just build some more government institutions, and maybe the next technology that we research can be related to that. What are we researching exactly? Vulcanization. Yeah, because I want to have automatic bottle blowers so we can make more money from the glassworks. So to handle bureaucracy, right? Central archives go into identification documents, which go into central planning, and that unlocks telephone switchboards for government administration. Does this unlock anything? No, it does not. So that won't help. And to get there, we'll need 15 years. So right now, not really an option. Would be good to maybe get some. So I'm gonna go for fertilizer since we're getting into agriculture a little bit. Can-do attitude. Soldiers are complaining that they have no way to open their canned food. Sure, that's food a bit better. Well, what's the point if we can't get at it, eh? Some lads use rocks, others knives. The only reliable thing right now is bloody annoying it is to eat. Spend some money to develop a way, or they'll have to figure it out. Do we have good relations with armed forces? Yeah, but also we don't care. We're not a warrior nation. Well, not anymore at least. So we're not gonna declare war on anybody. We got Tasmania, that's enough. Filing cabinets. The use of filing cabinets in the government administration has drastically increased the effectiveness of state bureaucracy. I love bureaucracy. Store information about our citizens. Whoa. Wait. Do we plus 3,000 for identification documents? Do we need that right now? Taxation capacity. We don't need that right now. I love bureaucracy, and let's keep at it. Ooh, we have almost 200 bureaucracy now. So we can improve our education system and start importing some of these goods that we need. such as groceries. Is there a way to... Election results in the Aotearoa, and the Social Democratic Party got 88% of the vote. The Liberal Party has 8%, and the Free Trade Party has 3%. Well. Industrialists. Looky what we have here. Okay, let's just import some steel from different places. Oh, we have 42,000. What happened here? Is that... it's because of the investment pool. So we can lower the taxes just a little bit and maybe build some more. New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, North Island. I think we should have a construction sector is pretty much everywhere. And now we're making so much money, we should build as many as possible. So our expenditures on construction is going to go crazy right now. It's 22 million GDP. So we grow by 1 million GDP a year almost. Okay, and here we go. Now we're talking about spending money to build things. I think I'm just going to keep going into more and more debt. As long as we're building buildings, we should be able to get out of it eventually. Then we can also improve some of our institutions. Healthcare, let's reduce mortality to ensure that the population keeps growing. That's what the population graph looks like. It's quite a steep rise, huh? People are coming to our country and they're also doing some other population-related actions. And I'm just happy for them. As long as they're not dying, it's good for us. Okay, so I think minus 20,000 is fine. We can have 4 million in credit. We have quite a few loyalists and not too many radicals. So I think a small tax increase will not put us too much in the red with the people. So the gold fields are now depleting. The rich mineral deposits in New South Wales have been drained. Colonization of Western Australia has been completed. Side note, mines are now being shuttered and all the prospectors who moved in at the beginning drift away in search for the next big strike. Unfortunate. And now that the government bureaucracy is so big, perhaps we can start thinking about building some logging camps and paper mills. They're not too profitable, but yeah, glassworks are not as profitable as they used to be. Right now, it's groceries that are the thing to build, so that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna have much more government administration. That's gonna increase the costs. The goods for government buildings are gonna be higher. Soon enough, we're gonna start making some paper of our own. Socialism is unlocked. Oh, looky what's happening here. Now, why did we only unlock it now? Because I think wasn't the Communist Manifest written in like 1860 something? Well, a political ideology that encourages common social ownership of the means of production and self-management by workers rather than an upper class. When you put it like that, yeah, compulsory school. Something I want to pass. Thank you so much. Now, what is our next conquest that we want to look into? Whoa, Dutch East Indies. What happened here? I do wonder if we can make any diplomatic moves here. So let's see. Diplomatic place. We have interests in Indochina. We should have something closer. So Indonesia. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, now we have declared interest in Indonesia. We can start looking into that. And here we go. So easily passed. We now have compulsory primary school. All children must attend several years of primary school, during which they're prohibited from working. What an innovation. These children should not be dying in mines, but instead learning new things. Logging camps here, and they're doing quite well. They're quite productive. And after that, we're gonna start making some paper. And look at that, it's firing up. 27 million. And the more we build, the more GDP per capita we have. So this is going to be my Let's Play where I do a huge explosion of GDP. I don't want to go too much into debt, so let's keep repaying that debt. But soon enough, we can just increase the construction sector, right? Who has... oh my lord. New South Wales is exploding in population. But yeah, once we build all of these, then we're going to start expanding our construction sector. Now, of course, that does mean that the bureaucracy is lacking, so let's increase the bureaucratic buildings here. But fertilizer is now getting technology spread bonus. So we're going to get fertilizer quite fast. And we have some farms now, so that's very important for us. And we need to prioritize those government administration buildings. So let's do that. I wonder if... okay, so does that mean that we can... ooh, we can colonize this area? Is it this area? Well, why don't we do that then? Because we have anti-malaria medicine now, or how does that work? But I would like to have this as my vassal. I don't know, it just makes sense, right? Or Bali. I just want to vassalize the region here. But yeah, let's start with some colonization. Since we're not colonizing anything and we do have that colonization bureaucratic institution. Inefficient agriculture. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in New South Wales, stating that the undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. And yeah, we can follow their advice. which will make some of the upper strata more radical. New South Wales, perhaps we should start building administration buildings in New South Wales as well, since we have so many people living there. I don't know why everybody's moving to New South Wales. Let's build more farms there. We do need as many as possible. Oh my god, the standard of living is not looking good right now, and I think that's because we just lack the food. Italy has formed. Now that's a thing. So we have Italy, we have Austria-Hungary, so it looks like we're ready for First World War, almost. What's happening here? Whoa. Did they drop the atomic bomb on Florence? Good for them, I suppose. Oh, look at Russia really stifling that growth for Liberia, huh? And of course, the United States looks as united as always. They're gonna be cheaper that way. Oh, chemical plants are very cheap as long as we have iron and sulfur. And I think we do have a source for sulfur, so that's good. Let's do chemical plants. That means we should build some sulfur mines in Victoria. And here we go. Wait, hello, that's January 8th of 1880. And that means this is the end of this episode of Let's Play Aotearoa in Victoria 3. So thank you for staying with me. We have almost doubled our GDP since we started. Our standard of living is not doing great right now, but we're working on it. I think the migration is kind of ruining it for us because we get so many new people and we can't just take care of everyone so quickly. So that's where the drop in the standard of living is coming from. But that's good because in the future we're going to have a huge increase in standard of living. We have 54% literacy. That's our sore point. We're going to have a higher one soon. But look at that. So our GDP, pure GDP, is 12th worldwide. And that sets us onto a path to start competing with Spain and the Free States of America for the #1 spot, which is now held by Austria-Hungary. They're doing good for themselves. I guess that's ahistorical. I mean, in real life, Austria-Hungary would never have an efficient economy because of just the way the country functions. They would never let it industrialize because most of the landowners there, power dependent on them owning land. And of course, industrialization makes land irrelevant in the end. That's why that's kind of unrealistic. But of course, we are playing a game about making the alternative real. And perhaps soon enough, we're going to start vassalizing all of these countries here. So perhaps that is what we're going to do next time. We're going to start expanding our reach into the region. Thank you for watching and see you next time.